Lived experience is important for me because it's the only way for people to be able to advocate for themselves. If we don't have an informed awareness of people's lived experience, how would we then be able to advocate for them?
I joined after I was supported by Unison. I joined the branch then, and I had a rainbow lanyard on, and the branch secretary at the time said, "Oh, I see you've got a rainbow lanyard on. We don't have anybody for equalities. Is that something you'd be interested in?"
For me, as a black LGBT plus worker, to have 2 successive years celebrating how fabulous we are, I think is absolutely brilliant.
Well, I'm a young member, and I started off my working career as a cleaner, and I sort of worked my way up towards an admin post as time's gone on. So when I did, I realised, I should probably join my local union who represents me, who was Unison. I was previously a history and politics student, and I really want to kind of get more involved in I guess the workplace politics in a sense, and make sure that everyone is sort of being held accountable when necessarily the workers are protected.
And as a branch, we've got a role in ensuring that visibility is there, so that people can see LGBT plus people having a voice, being supported, speaking out openly, unashamedly and unafraid in the way that you've heard from Gail and Ryan here. Because that's the reality. That's the reality of what our membership is, that's the reality of what our activist base is, and our role as a branch is to support that and amplify that. And if we do that, that perception that's never been true of any community as being one single thing can be overcome. So I think, not being afraid to constantly be visible.
I think one of the things that I would like to have seen, and it's not too late, is some kind of mentorship. Because I think that when you're first getting involved, then you don't really know how Unison as a whole works anyway. Most of us don't know the structure. The training that you can receive at branch level does help, but for me, that personal touch of having a mentor would probably make a huge difference.
To me, it's about combating discrimination, also be able to represent our LGBT workers in the workplace, and to make sure that they have access to, to equal opportunities, opportunities to develop in their career development. Also to take down those barriers in the workplace.
I think it's actually been a life changer for me personally, and supporting others as well.
What does that intersection mean?
Yes.
I think you can't be what you can't see, is the phrase that I keep going back to, and it's so important that those of us that feel able to be out in Unison and out in our workplaces are out, and making the environment in the workplace more inclusive and more open, and so that those people who are just on the cusp and thinking about coming out and being able to be themselves in the workplace are able to.
I just think to go to work as your true authentic self, and the place you work for celebrates ED&I, equality, diversity, inclusion, is just the most wonderful feeling each and every day.
100%, because you don't know what them people are going through home. Home life could be completely different, and coming to work could actually be a break for them. They could feel more at home at work, and they could feel happy at work, and it's a safe place for them to come into the office and feel themselves. Where at home could be a different story. I think that's important to take into account as well, isn't it?
I do believe you've got to enjoy your role, whatever job you're doing.
Definitely.
And work is your respite, and it's where you shine, and it's where you have your work family.
Definitely.
And inclusivity is just so important on a daily basis, because it doesn't affect your mental health then, increases your performance, you enjoy what you do, and your day goes even quicker.
Definitely.
I was in Unison, but I wasn't really active. And then I joined the branch, I got involved with the branch and became really active quite quickly. So I'm now the branch treasurer. I'm also the disabled officer.
We're amazing, and we do stand together in solidarity, and that's what Unison's about, because we are stronger together.
I can only be included now because of what people have done before. Maybe they're members,
and maybe they're not so active at the moment, when they're thinking, how can I get more active? I'm not quite sure which bit of the union I belong to or how I can contribute. Or maybe they're not members in workplaces thinking, you know, I'm looking at all these really diverse people who are fearless and supported by allies and bringing the whole of themselves into the work that they do. Let me have a look at joining Unison.
2024 will bring us Unison's year of LGBT plus workers. How will you celebrate?